Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Robyn Chellew. I'm from Life Business Consultancy in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm really pleased to be able to present to you today at the Indian Academy of Applied Psychology Conference. I've got about 10 or so minutes to give you an overview of a coaching approach to working with young people in schools and an overview of an introduction to coaching and positive psychology and its ability to be integrated into a career development program. Olga Vasos and I established Life Business in 1999, and we worked together offering personal development workshops and career assessments and goal-setting workshops, as well as one-to-one counselling. We were introduced to the coaching methodology and really felt it was a great match for our values and our theoretical framework, and brought those two areas of emotional well-being and goal-setting and career life planning together in a powerful model. So that we started then developing our own coaching programs, resources and tools, and delivering one-to-one and group work in schools from a coaching approach. But since then we've now stepped up and we're offering and specialising specifically in bringing coaching skills training and resources to the community sector, to the health sector, and also to the educational sector, so they too can introduce the power of coaching in their work with young people. So coaching is now being delivered in all sorts of different schools, from schools which work with young people quite disengaged right up to our top performing schools. It's being implemented in career and transition programs or personal learning subjects, as well as wellbeing and pastoral care or leadership programs. So it's quite versatile in where it can fit and adaptable, that schools can put it where they feel that they really want to implement it. We also train professionals who work in juvenile justice programs and case management and support, and Indigenous programs as well, who support young people in all different ways. So what is youth coaching? Youth coaching is a strategic and collaborative approach that assists young people connect to who they are, who am I and what are my strengths, to help them find direction, where am I going in the future, and to develop the skills and qualities they need to get there, to be their best and to achieve their goals in their future life, career and study. Coaching is all about focusing on moving young people forward. How would you like it to be? Not so much on past problems, about where have you come from, why did this happen? So the aim of youth coaching is to empower young people also to develop the ability to respond, to take responsibility. That means to take charge and act into their lives and their career and their school performance from the inside out to be their best. Not so much from the outside in, from their parents or from their teachers to encourage them or cajole them or motivate them, but young people to develop their own ability to take charge into their life. The main theoretical foundations of coaching are drawn from positive psychology and solutions-focused counselling, as well as being a clear behaviour change model. And it's based on adult learning principles rather than traditional teaching principles. Traditional psychology, as you know, focuses on the assessment and diagnosis and treatment of dysfunctional or abnormal behaviour. It's a disease treatment model, where coaching psychology, which is an emerging area of psychology that is not meant to replace traditional or clinical psychology at all, but it's more interested and focuses on identifying and building the key qualities and strengths that individuals and communities need to assist them to thrive and to flourish, not just to survive, not to focus on what's wrong and trying to fix it, but the emphasis is on promoting skills for happiness, for a sense of meaning and purpose, and also to promote optimal performance in all areas of your life, not just to survive. It's based on the work of Dr. Seligman, who's a psychologist from Pennsylvania University and the author of many books on the area around authentic happiness, learnt optimism, and the optimistic child. According to Martin, he believes that happiness is not just a result of good genes or good luck, but lasting happiness comes from focusing and developing and fostering our personal strengths and working with them and making a contribution from who we are into the world. So rather than focusing on our weaknesses, we work on those strengths to improve all aspects of our lives, and these skills can be taught. He's done lots of studies, and there's up on his website you can see the results of the improvement of strengths and how that can really make a difference in someone's life, and you can see his research there. There's a range of questionnaires as well as curriculum activities to promote and build character strengths. You'll see that I've listed all of them. You can refer to those and you can use those in your work to promote strengths in young people. He also developed the Perma model, which is based on his wellbeing theory. That is, you can identify 5 key elements that are essential to promote well-being, and these include the importance of having positive emotions. That means the ability to feel happiness and contentment and meaning, and also the ability to deal with difficult emotions in a positive way. It's about having positive engagement in your work, in your school life, with your friends, in your areas of hobbies and study, so that you can feel that sense of interest and flow, that you can get a sense of enjoyment out of your life. That you need positive relationships for well-being. So the ability to have the emotional and social skills to connect to others and to love and to be loved. To have a sense of meaning in your life. That means to have a sense that you can make a contribution and a greater purpose other than yourself, so that you can feel you can make a contribution in the world, and we know that promotes that sense of meaning and life satisfaction. And finally, of course, the importance of a sense of achievement, that young people can feel that they have a sense of mastery over their learning or sports or some area of their life where they can experience that peak performance and feel as if they've got some skills and that they can make that contribution. Martin has brought the principles of Perma into the school setting. It's called positive education. It's a whole school approach that's not just interested in promoting the traditional skills of academic achievement in the school setting, but also bringing into the curriculum these principles of Perma and these areas to promote well-being and happiness. In Australia, there has been an increased commitment by a range of our top schools to introduce positive education here. You can go onto the websites of these schools and you can see the great work they're doing to implement these areas of well-being into the curriculum and offering training to teachers as a whole school approach. Martin Seligman actually came here a few years ago and trained 100 teachers from Geelong Grammar in the theory of positive education and provided curriculum and ways you can embed it within the heart of the school alongside the importance of academic achievement. So coaching is a systematic application of applying positive psychology. That means it's the actual way of the how-to. Well, how can I learn to engage more and have flow, to build my relationships and have positive emotions and manage my emotions? How can I have a sense of greater meaning and achievement and mastery? So coaching and positive psychology work together in a really complementary way and overlap together. So coaching aims to promote not only the well-being, but also about of life satisfaction, but also promotes peak performance with an emphasis and through the setting of goals and striving towards goal and goal attainment. So coaching not just focuses on one area of life, can be applied to the career area or career development area. So you can coach for career and career life planning, but you can also coach for every other area of one's life. So you can coach a young person for their career development plan, their life plan, their school performance and their learning goals. You can coach and assist someone build their skills for emotional health and physical health and their relationships. So you can see how coaching as a behaviour change model and with goal setting can assist with the development of reaching the goals and promoting the attributes of well-being in each individual young person. Positive psychology, coaching and career development are all very interested in building self-awareness. So in our coaching programs, they always begin with that strengths-based approach of knowing and identifying what are your strengths, what are your top qualities and your interests and your hobbies, what are your life motivators and values. So we have a whole range of activities where a young person will connect to who they are and understand that they are unique. using card sorts and PowerPoints and great group work activities. There is a whole range of ways to connect to a young person, to their character strengths, as well as these other areas of interest in their life, to build that self-awareness as the basis of future goal setting and planning. Coaching is interested in about assisting a young person know who they are first, and then connect to what do they want in the future, and designing an action plan to get there. Not so much on the past causes as I talked about before. We've developed the 5 Power Coaching Steps, which is a behaviour change model based on these principles of positive and coaching psychology. Step 1 being to assist a young person, once they know who they are, to imagine possibilities, to create an exciting vision, and to write down a vision for their future of how they want it to be. This is a really important first step. It's a motivational tool to give them hope and a sense of meaning, that life can be better in the future and exciting, and that they can step into that in the future. Step 2 is, with the assistance of a coach, is to assist a young person take that vision and to write a plan, to break it down into bite-sized pieces and to write it down. And it can be referred to and tracked over time, even over the years, and gone back and reworked, and they can see that they're meeting their goals and moving ahead. We coach for willpower then. The step 3 is, say you've got your exciting vision, you know who you are, you're writing a plan, and now can you be bothered? Weighing up the cost and benefits to promote commitment and motivation is a really important part of coaching. And step 4 is to build emotional skills. Then the coach says, what emotional skills have you got? What strengths have you got to reach these goals? But what emotional skills will we need to develop? So it's not just about building intellectual skills to reach goals and success in the future, but there's a whole range of research around emotional intelligence and how important it is, and maybe even more important than IQ, for success and life satisfaction in the future. And finally, a coach always coaches for action and for results. So a young person can start to act into their goals, not just talk about goals and move them to the side, but to use that plan to assist them move ahead in the future and take action through Proxy, to learn by reflecting on the steps they've taken and review and reflect and come around. So that makes it a behaviour change and review model, which happens over time with the support of your coach to keep you accountable and on track. Anthony Grant from the Coaching Psychology Unit at Sydney University says that research shows that young people are much more likely to achieve their goals and be successful in what area of life they want to set their goals in if they have that inspiring vision. They weigh up the pros and cons and decide whether it's worth it and connect to it. They write their action plan down and decide what steps they're going to take with the support of a coach to keep you on track. So you can see that the goals of career development are directly in alignment with coaching and positive psychology. There is a growing commitment to bringing the career curriculum across the years from 7 to 12 here in Australia, and a national career framework has been written, which now doesn't just incorporate career counselling in the old-fashioned way, but embraces more of a holistic model to assist a young person develop the skills and self-awareness they need to connect to who they are so they can prepare for life and work in the future. So there's a lot of overlap there, and I feel that the 3 models together can create a really inspiring vision, a really comprehensive way of assisting young people experience happiness and well-being and performance in their current life, but also to successfully make a transition to the future. So I think those elements that I've explained today around the importance of building on strengths, the who am I, the insights and the elements that bring from positive education around the elements of Perma for wellbeing and positive education models and curriculum, and the fact that we can have a framework with career development across the year levels, that we can implement all these areas in a more holistic way and bring to the curriculum, the career curriculum framework, goals around not just career setting and preparing for the future of what work and life you would like, but also your personal goals, building of emotional skills and social skills, the enhancement of relationships, and building goals and making plans around physical health. Assisting young people with all of those areas underpinned by a coaching approach. over the years and embedded in the curriculum. So a coaching approach would mean that schools would then really know what each young person's skills and strengths are and what their plans are, and assist them through either peer coaching or teacher coaching, or even involving parent as coach to assist the young person excel in all areas of their life. Obviously there's lots of challenges to this, challenges of time, the need for commitment and training of teachers to embed all of this into the curriculum, but also a belief that this is really important, that positive psychology and well-being and meaning and career development are important and should be embedded as a whole school approach. So we've got a lot of work to do to make that happen, but I feel very happy to be a part of the movement to bring these elements together, and really excited to be making a contribution. So I hope you enjoyed that talk. I'm going to go live on Skype to take your questions, and I can then tell you about some of the examples of works in progress that we're doing here to chip away to work towards bringing coaching and positive psychology and career development together here in Australia. So thank you very much for your time.